This is a video explaining algebra problems involving parallel lines and transversals. So in this worksheet that you're going to be doing in class, um, you start out with a few straightforward problems. So for example, in number 1, you can see that 4x plus 22 and 10x minus 10, those two angles, are consecutive interior angles. So we know that consecutive interior angles sum up to 180 because they are supplementary angles. So for this one, you would set this up 4x plus 22 plus 10x minus 10 is equal to 180. And then you would get 14x plus 12 is equal to 180. So 14x is equal to 168. And then x equals 12. So we're going to skip down to the next page actually, because if you look at number 2, those are just alternate exterior angles. You'd set them equal to each other. And so all these problems are pretty straightforward. Number 5 gets a little bit tricky because you're solving for x, y, and z. First you would use vertical angles here to solve for x, and then consecutive interior angles here, and consecutive interior angles there. Let's move to number 7. So number 7 is what trips a lot of students up. So here, notice that there are actually two transversals. There's a transversal going like diagonal to the right, and then another one going diagonally to the left. So let's just focus on one of the transversals. So you can do this problem a few different ways, but if you focus on this transversal here, I'm going to highlight it. Then we look at this 70-degree angle. So this angle here, we don't know what its alternate interior counterpart is because there's no x value here, but we do know that all of this information here, this entire angle, would be x plus x minus 20. So if we use angle addition postulate, we can say this entire angle here is x plus x minus 20, so this entire angle is going to be consecutive interior with the 70. So it would be, this angle here would be x plus x minus 20, so that simplifies to 2x minus 20. And then we have 70 and 2x minus 20 together would sum up to 180. So 70 plus 2x minus 20 equals 180. And that's true because this angle, this full angle here and the 70 degrees would be consecutive interior. So now we have 2x plus 50 equals 180. So 2x is equal to 130 and x equals 65. Okay, so now we could do that a different way. So I'm going to show you how you would do that. So I'm just going to erase what I have. And we can use a different color. Okay, so if you're focusing on this transversal, another thing that you could have done is said that if this angle is 70 degrees, then this angle would also have to be 70 degrees because these are alternate interior angles. So that would be 70 over here. And then you can say that all of the angles along this line, so all of these angles here, would sum up to 180 because this is a straight line here. Now, if you look at that, it's the same exact equation that we just did over here. 70 plus 2x minus 20 is equal to 180. So that's one other way of doing the problem. Another way of doing the problem would be if you focus on this transversal. Okay, so if you focus on this transversal, notice that this x minus 20, this angle here, is alternate interior with this angle here. So that means that this angle here would also be x minus 20. And now, if we look at this triangle, the angles in a triangle sum up to 180. So guess what? We're going to be using the exact same equation. X minus 20 plus 70 plus x is equal to 180. Same exact equation, same exact answer. Okay, now for number 8, and actually for number 9 as well, you're going to have to solve for one of the variables and then plug it back in to find the value of the other variable. So, for example, for number 8, we're going to first use the fact that 6x plus 3 and 8x minus 31 are alternate interior angles, so we would set those equal to each other. Once you get your value for x, you're going to plug it back in and then use the fact that these angles would sum up to 180, or these angles sum up to 180. These would be a linear pair. These are consecutive interior. You're going to be doing number 9 in a similar fashion where these set of angles would be a linear pair, so you'd solve for x first, then plug x back in, you find this angle, which is going to be alternate exterior with this angle, so they're equal to each other. And that's it.